Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Scion. We were supposed to do Scion another time, and we didn't, so now we're doing Scion. And if you're just catching up with where we're at, well, so are we. But where we ended off last time we played Scion, which was early November, we had gotten we had dealt with a frost giant, just a little frost giant, and he wasn't like a super big frost giant, who was in Ambrose's basement. And then following up on that, we talked about some things, and then spent a little bit of time getting into Snellabarty's phone to see if we could again continue working the way up the ladder of all this stuff that's going on in town with people who are hunting down relics and meddling in affairs and all those sorts of things. So we had a little ice cream shop date toward the end of last episode, as we were trying to get in touch with may have been a little deception involved, but we got in touch with Snellabarty's contact and arranged a meeting, and then we showed up to scope things out and keep an eye for when this person would arrive at the meeting. Observed them for a little while, and then stepping outside the ice cream parlor, we let them know, and Desh stepped in and said, "Hey, we're the ones who requested this meeting. We're not Snellabarty. Snellabarty is indisposed, so you're going to meet with us instead." And this person at the end of that said, "Well, who the hell are you guys?" And that was where we ended the last episode. So we're going to have a nice little conversation for ourselves here outside the ice cream shop.
Absolutely. So, and who the hell are you guys then?
I guess that's
Yeah, the other part.
That's
Good job.
Sorry, I forgot what game I was playing. Guess I shouldn't go into Chuda mode right now. That wouldn't be very good. Let's say we're an interested third party.
All righty. And what can I do for you then?
Are there like other people on the street?
It's 9. Yeah, I mean, it's not bustling, but there are a few other people on the street, walking up and down, going into the ice cream shop. So it's not super late.
To be honest, I don't remember the conversation that led up to any of this, so I'm just going to take it from here and go. I think we're in the same business, but for slightly different reasons.
What business is that?
Collect things.
You do collect things. Snellabarty collects things. You collect stamps. What do you all collect?
I suppose the stamp wouldn't be out of the question, but usually it's something probably a little more useful.
Okay. And
I'll touch my belt, my serpent belt.
And he'll look down at your belt, and he'll stare for a moment. It's a little awkward, because he's staring at your belt, but he will, and then he'll look back up at you and go, "Oh!" And he starts looking around at the rest of you. Anybody else have a relic that's like out and visible?
I have the grass woven necklace with the keys of different materials.
He'll take a moment. He'll focus on that. Nod slowly. Look around. Anybody else who has anything out? He'll just okay. All right. Cool. Wow. So, like, your Scions too?
Yeah.
Johnny, you're muted?
I am.
Oh, there we go.
Oh no, that was me like
Oh,
not talking but trying to find the words when he
Sorry.
said Scion. I was like,
in this digital world, I was like, oh, Johnny.
right, yeah.
Oh, sorry.
And then Bogey said, yeah. I was like,
Yeah, it was the confluence, man. We all come together.
Oh, man, that's very cool. Yeah, I don't get a chance to meet a lot of other Scions.
you are different than what we expected. Well, at least what I expected.
Thanks, I guess. What
Yeah,
did you?
you're not an ass. Like every other
No.
person we've met so far along this journey has been like trying to get away from us or trying to kill us. And like
Oh,
you
Yeah, there's
haven't
a bunch of
run
people out
away
there.
yet, and you haven't tried to kill us yet for our relics. So
yeah. Well, yeah. So to be clear, who do you work with or for?
who do you work for? 'Cause I think that's
The-
part of the reason that we have been trying to find you.
Oh, yeah, I work for the Lucky, pretty much.
Yeah, so we don't. But
So, like, you're a different group trying to get relics, but your Scions trying to get relics?
We're not
Sus.
we're not trying to get the relics. We're trying to make sure that people are able to fulfill their own destinies without having their relics taken away.
Nice. Sorry, give me a second to find something. No, nice. That's great. Then we're kind of in the same business. I just, it's not as obvious for me.
don't you steal the relics for the lucky who then gives
yeah.
them to people who are not Scions?
Yes, I do that, but only relics that are abandoned. They kind of cornered me into this because of some talents I have. I just kind of make sure that the relics they get are ones that aren't attached to a Scion, that aren't death.
What does that mean? Abandoned relics.
Like a relic that is nobody's birthright.
Because they're dead, or because they somehow like how does that happen?
I mean, everything goes in and out of destiny, right? So, like, the belt for now is bound to you, and you're bound to it, and your relic. And someday, you might send or die or what have you, and either that will become destined for somebody else, or sometimes the relic gets abandoned, loses its destiny. A lot of relics out there. The gods really kind of like making shit.
So you
What
don't
happens? What?
What?
you don't go after, like, we're Scions, so you wouldn't come after our relics. You would just go after like these abandoned ones.
Yeah.
But like before I got my relic, was my relic an abandoned relic?
No. Your relic was destined for you. You were destined for your relic.
So you can tell if something's destined for somebody?
It takes me some time to study it, but yeah, if I can study a relic, I can identify if it's got a destiny.
Are you a Scion?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right. I was just making. So you seem to have the ability to read relics.
Yeah.
Carter, are you nearby?
Mhm.
I'll kind of look at you and tap my nose and be like, "What you picking up?" Well, kind of whisper that or whatever.
Yeah, and I just lean over and just go, if everything I learned is correct, I believe his ancestry is from the east, or his Scion's ancestry is from the east.
Got the nose. Wait, was that? Sorry, Drew.
That was I whispered it. I just don't know how close Sylvia is to him, but I'm staring at him. So if he reads my lips, I mean, it's not like I'm trying to hide it.
And I should ask. Sorry. So Drew, was that meant to be quiet?
I mean,
you wouldn't have heard it.
like he might have heard some murmuring. I was not trying to make it clear what I was.
Then never mind. He didn't reply.
But I'm just kind of staring at him and just trying to figure out, like, okay, is this part of the is he a maker? Like, is his ancestry part of the maker? So I'm just staring at him.
That's fair. So, like, you guys hunting something?
Well, we're trying to stop people, Scions, losing their relics.
Nice. Yeah, that's cool. But you said
But-
people are going to kill you? That does not sound like fun.
All the things have pointed to you.
To me?
Well, I mean, not in a. This is very kind of confusing because you're definitely not who I thought you were going to be. Like everybody that has, I mean, we have kind of plowed through some of the lucky folks and kind of worked our way up to you, and we just kind of feel like that there's more sinister purposes here than what you're saying. I mean, the frost giant guy didn't really seem that nice.
Oh, he's a douchebag.
Yeah, and he's dead now.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I think he's cooking in a fire somewhere. I'll look over at Ambrose.
He's being disposed of properly.
Yeah,
That's good.
I actually don't know if I remember it was a fire or not. So he's somewhere. I look over at Ambrose and he says,
I think it's his head went.
The head
somewhere.
got burned.
Something got buried. I don't remember. I remember
That's right,
they
that's
wanted
right.
to bury something.
That's right.
Or burn it out in the woods. I don't remember. There's a ritual. Ritualistic giant burning.
Cynthia pointed us your way, and she wasn't real good to us.
Yeah, no, she's kind of lame.
She's a very nice woman.
What? Are we
Not
talking
Cynthia.
in person?
May was very nice.
Oh, in May? Oh, I kind of felt bad for stealing from her, but, you know, got a job to do, and not getting killed is part of it.
And honestly, now that I know you, I mean, she could afford the loss. It was okay. Do you know how much she charged for us to have a meeting with her?
It's ridiculous. Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So you guys are, like, trying to take down the Lucky?
Pretty much. So you said you're
Well,
being like forced to do what you're doing?
I mean, basically, yeah, right? I mean, I don't want to do this.
by
I'm
who?
really good at it.
I saw that you were good at it. I don't know how you open the doors and don't get seen by the cameras, but it's impressive.
Probably with some of the tricks, just like you apparently could see me do that several weeks ago.
Oh yeah, she can see stuff from like all over the place. It's crazy.
Well, yeah, that sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, just don't get too close to her. She has her bag in her hand. But so who is forcing you?
Kind of weird. I get these letters from somebody called the Shield, and they're very, yes, same signature as the letter you found from Cynthia's. And at first they were pretty explicit about what they expected me to do or the results if I didn't. So I started, pilfering some items. I was already kind of pilfering some items, but they weren't, the kinds that the Lucky wanted, just the kinds that I could pawn for myself. And realized I had some talent. And so they decided I could find a better use for that. And so I've been doing that, just, not in the way that they think. Get them relics, but bum relics.
Yep, except for we know the shield's purpose is to slow. In the words of slow the tide of Scions.
Oh. Yeah, that would make sense with what they're asking for, what they want me to pick up.
Why would that slow things down if you're just finding abandoned relics?
Because they don't know that. They don't know that, man. Like, he's like going in, and they're like, "We need some relics," and he's like, "I've got some relics for you, but you're not getting these other relics. These other relics, I'm putting somewhere secret and safe." But like, probably not all together though, right? Like, there's like a room waiting for their destiny, and they'll pull in their person.
Basically, yeah.
So you have useful relics hidden away.
I kind of try to get them back into the hands of Scions, but yeah.
So you unite people with their relics?
Well, I kind of make sure they get lost so that they can be found by the right person.
You were doing this before the Lucky found you?
I was making a living before the Lucky found me. It just wasn't on.
You're just stealing things.
Oh yeah.
And now you're so like an abandoned relic. Do they have like powers?
Oh yeah. Yeah. They just don't have a destiny.
I like him.
So what's the threat? Are they threaten to you, your family? Why are you
me? Like they threatened to some very unnice things to my body. And I didn't want that. And the fact that they could write me a letter and knew where to drop it to find me, even though I haven't met these people, yeah, that kind of unnerved me. So I figured I was doing this anyways, go with the flow, make some money, keep the good stuff out of their hands.
So do you know any other Scions? Like, do you have a support group?
I don't really meet a lot of other Scions. No, I've always kind of just been out on my own. It's really cool though that you all are together, like a band.
Yeah, you need a band, man.
Yeah, I'm pretty good solo.
Got a spot on the team if you want to join up.
Thanks. I feel like I'd be more of a liability if you're going and fighting people.
Oh no! Well,
I'm not really into being killed or chased.
Me neither.
Right. No, I don't fight anybody, man. But like
that's what we have. That's what we have Carter for. Oh, and this one that we just met like 5 minutes ago.
Does he smile?
Good for other things.
Well, I hate for you to like. You are hard to track down because you're really good at what you do.
Thanks.
And we'd really hate to lose you again because it did take a little while.
Oh.
And as Bogey would put it more eloquently, me like you do seem important.
Want to like trade numbers or something?
We know his, but yeah, we can give you ours.
Yeah. Bogey will put his phone on top of
The two phone thing.
Yeah.
Phone share contact. Yeah. All right. Cool. So like, all right. Well, if you're going after the lucky, I was
I
kind
think
of
we're
having
going
a friend do a little recon, anyways, and maybe you could help her.
Who's your friend?
Oh,
Is it Paola?
Is who?
Paola?
No. Who's it, Paula?
Okay, that was
Paola?
3 years ago.
Am I supposed to know a Paula?
I don't know. I always wonder if like she's got to be around.
Oh, no.
I feel like I'm getting her again.
Trisha.
Trisha?
Yeah, Trish. Giovanni. I can give you her contact. Gives you her contact. I'll let her know that you all are pretty cool. And also doing what I was hoping she'd be able to do, which is figure out what the hell these guys are about and if I could no longer be under their thumb. So like, y'all are taking them down anyways? Cool.
Yeah, we gotta figure out who the Shield is. 'Cause we were from Colorado Springs, I think. What city? We're in Fort something or another right
Fort
now.
Collins.
We're in Fort Collins right now. Yeah. I mean, we kind of found out the whole Lucky thing in Colorado Springs, but
Wow. Well, cool. Well, I mean, if I can help you get to them, great. So, I'm not really into what it sounds like you're into. So, thanks, lady. Sorry, that's Sylvia. But I think I'll stay here for now and keep my cover. I think that's what I'll do. Yep.
Have you thought about moving?
Yeah, you need to keep on being part of the Lucky, because like then we don't want you to not be part of it if you're going to help us, because then you'd be able to give us all sorts of information like you're doing right now. You wouldn't be able to do that if you weren't there. So you got to be
Exactly.
right. Yeah.
What I was thinking.
I don't know what he said. Do you will you at least keep us apprised of when they send you out for your next jobs?
Sure. They don't really send me for jobs anymore. I kind of pick my own. A little easier that way to make sure I get the right ones, which are the wrong ones.
Do they give you like every Tuesday you gotta have one dropped off at this location, or how does that work out?
No, I get a good deal of it for them, and they give me good money for it, so it's kind of a win-win.
Where do you do this exchange?
Oh, it's a drop-off. I'll let Shield know that, hey, I gotta drop off, and they'll tell me where to drop it off, and then I do. It's always somewhere different and weird. Usually around Fort Collins.
Where and when was the last one?
Oh, 3 days ago, and it was in a recycling bin in the park.
What? More details, like which part?
Yeah, right. You can pinpoint where it was. Assume it got picked up.
I might check that out.
Yeah, I mean, I figure they got toughs and runners like Scalabardi to do that kind of moving work.
Well, I think Snellivardi will be noticed if he's not around anymore.
Oh yeah,
Great.
I would assume so. He was kind of like my manager, in like a corporate sense, until I just got really good at what I did, and they realized I didn't need anybody to watch over me. So he was more of a acquaintance of mine, and we traded stuff. So he kind of became a runner for some of the stuff I found, or otherwise would pinpoint things that they wanted in particular. Then I would, go procure those things or not be able to for one reason or another, if need be. But I'd always find them something else juicy to keep them from getting too cranky.
How long have you been doing this?
Oh, probably like 9-10 months, at least for them.
Wow. And they just contacted you out of the blue?
Basically, yeah.
How'd they find you?
That is part of what I'd like to know.
Hmm.
I don't know if maybe I stole something from them at some point, or I don't know. They somehow got on their radar and did what you did, which is find me. But I mean, I'm not completely invisible, obviously.
Yeah, are you? Is it just to the technology, or is it visuals too? Couldn't really tell.
Oh, like, can I turn invisible?
Yeah.
Oh, no, that'd be cool though. No, I can work some technology, mystically, so to speak. Kind of talk to the soul of it, if you will.
Neat.
Yeah.
Sorry, dumb question from over here. But this is
Yeah.
completely not related to anything.
Sure.
Do you know your history? We all found it accidentally once we came together. Did you just stumble across yours?
My history, like,
You're psionic.
Who
oh,
who you're tied to in this
oh,
mixed up
yeah.
crazy world?
Yeah, I know my history.
Right. So you didn't have to come in contact with a Scion to another Scion to do that?
No, I mean, I found my birthright. I actually stole my birthright, and when I touched it, just kind of a lot of things happened, and then Bisu reached out, and it was pretty chill.
Who did?
Ebisu, Ebisu. I put it in chat.
I was just curious. I didn't know how you came into your own. So that's awesome.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he's pretty cool. Have you all met your parents?
Yes.
Yeah.
Are they pretty chill?
Literally.
Oh, cool. Well, I guess good luck, and I'll let Trish know that you might be reaching out. And she's in Denver because apparently that's like where the big organization is. So like, yeah, big city, big organization. Guess that makes sense.
Yeah. So, like, I guess we'll have Fort Collins then. Yeah.
It's like we're going to Denver.
I mean, it's a pretty cool place. But anything else? I was gonna go home, catch the show before it started.
So yeah, like well, it was good meeting you. You know, like
Yeah,
I know that this wasn't how you intended the night to go, but
got ice cream and I met new Scion, so it's pretty cool.
Don't
Be safe.
yeah, don't get dead.
Yeah, no. That's generally my plan. And same, don't get dead. And good luck taking down the Lucky.
thanks.
And if you do, just let me know so I can stop stealing this stuff.
Oh yeah,
All right. Well, peace.
Peace.
Get in this car and drive away.
Not exactly who you thought you were on the trail of, I take it.
No, not at all. But a lot of information.
this went far better than I was hoping that it would. Though, like this is great.
Find an inside spy or traitor or whatever you want to call him.
Well, he's clearly being coerced into doing something he doesn't want to do. Which I don't think he's a. I think he's an ally more than anything.
Yeah, I agree. Like that's like the best thing that could have happened.
Was surprisingly forthcoming with what he's been up to.
Do you think that he was telling the truth though?
He's a Scion, right? I mean, Carter can tell. Unless there's a way to fake that or something.
I'm not a human lie detector or a godly lie detector.
Not like lies, but you can tell if they're godly or not.
Oh, that's completely different. I just was, no, but I can't tell. I mean, that doesn't mean that he was telling the truth about stealing for stealing to.
Oh, no, I'm just saying the Scion bit.
Oh yeah, he's definitely 100% a Scion from one of the Eastern pantheons. I'm not as familiar with that realm yet. I'm working on it. Slowly trying to get through years.
It's weird, man.
The story makes sense.
Can I Stu,
Yeah.
Can I use my passion birthright to sort of assess what happened?
Let me see.
I'm looking at the assess attitude rolls. Like, is he being?
Oh,
Was he
like the
manipulative?
passion purview.
Do you see him earnest?
Let me get to it. I don't know what the hell it says.
Oh, it didn't do the cool italicized. Shoot, I screwed up on it.
Oh, yeah. So roll empathy. Um, and something. I'd say empathy and intellect, or empathy and cunning. To kind of
That's what I was thinking too.
reflectively read. Yeah.
You got a plus
Everything,
3 on it.
yeah, and you got a +3 on that. Yes, you get the sense that he was in fact being quite earnest as I played him.
Okay.
Of course
Yeah,
he
he
was.
Like genuinely, excited to talk to you guys.
So I'm certain that he's who he says he is, and he's in the situation he says. That's a hard way to be, but it seems like he's really doing his best. He's doing his best to do the best thing in a buzzy situation, and he's making science. Like,
It almost seems like he's not in any real danger.
I think that you're right, and he doesn't
You know,
want.
he doesn't want what? Sorry.
He's safe as long as he's doing what he's doing.
I mean,
What they
I'm not
find
sure.
out-
I'm not sure if you're really afraid. You'd just like show up in an ice cream shop and go sit down and eat ice cream, and then just kind of walk out to your car. And I don't know. I just feel like I think he is comfortable with what he's doing because he can do it well. He's screwing over the bad guys, and he's finding abandoned relics, which I didn't even know such a thing existed until like 20 minutes ago. So
I agree. Like, that wasn't anything I expected to learn.
I mean, I've heard of stored relics that are just waiting to be found or waiting to.
Yeah, I thought that was all of them.
No, because some of them hit you straight in the chest.
apparently,
Like some of them are given to you. Some of them are just held in a house waiting until you're old enough, and then you're just given it. But I agree, he's not really in any danger, so yet.
that he knows of. I mean, our visit alone could have tipped somebody off if they're paying
That's
close.
that's what I worry about. Like, we should have been more careful to make sure he wasn't seen with us.
I mean, we just
Well-
killed his superior, apparently, or if they suspect him.
Yes, if strange things start happening centered around him too much, then his position may become precarious.
We're moving on, so they won't be centered on him.
you guys are
Not directly.
kind of in foul moods, like a dark mood tonight. We should go eat some ice cream. This was a great conversation. He's fine. Nobody's out here watching. Come on.
I was gonna go with the blue thing that he got, but that's just me.
The blue thing.
I don't know. He just picked up a blue thing. Wait, was it blue?
What do you think?
The ice cream.
What about
Oh,
it?
he got
I was
blue ice
joking.
cream.
I don't know. I saw it over there. I thought that, but I don't know.
Well, we should go get some blue ice cream then.
Yes, really, I've got blue ice cream. Well, even has like a bluish flavor.
They call that raspberry.
That's not raspberry. All right, guys, come on. Sylvia starts going off on food coloring and made up flavors.
Well, what do we want to do next? I mean, obviously, we're gonna have ice cream. Feel free to talk however much more we want. But what do we want to do as far as next steps?
Like we're going to Denver, finding
Yeah, we
fish.
are.
Yeah.
Clearly, we're gonna have to put Ambrose's coffin in the back of Bogey's van, and we're gonna have to Munson family this thing down to Denver.
Need to go rent a station wagon.
Yeah, I guess
That's a hearse. That's a hearse.
A station wagon with
I didn't want to
curtains
say
in the
hearse.
back windows.
I don't want to say hearse. I was like, that's
It's not a van, it's a converted school bus.
it's even better.
that'll work.
No, those windows are way too big
Well,
on a school bus.
not if you got your coffin, right?
I don't actually sleep in a coffin.
No, it's how you travel
I sleep in a bed.
inside of a oak box.
No.
Walnut?
Maple.
I mean, the only box that it's inside of is my bedroom.
Which is in the basement.
Yes.
With the bats.
There's no. My basement. My entire home is free of pests.
Chicken.
If you are to come with us, is Eddie coming too?
Eddie?
Oh, sorry.
Are you speaking of Lewis?
Lewis. There we go.
I would. I mean, I would love to accompany you to Denver, and yes, Lewis takes care of affairs for me, and I trust him, and it would be good to have him along. Yes.
All right, so we're off for Denver. In what way do we plan to reach out to Trish? I assume we are.
Did we get a number? Is that what we
Yeah,
got?
he gave you a number and he said he would contact her and let her know that you all would be reaching out.
Wait a few hours. So we're not like messaging before he messaged, because that's awkward.
Like the next day.
Oh, wait till I was gonna say, let's wait till the next day before we.
Yeah.
You're gonna call her up, text her.
Text.
Ready? Whether you want to actually type or just talk it out.
Type.
Who's watching a thing?
I think it's Josh's.
Is that Josh?
Oh, yeah. The end of the Hurricanes game.
Nice. Looks like Mike's typing.
Who's texting her?
I think Bogey is.
Bogey's going for it.
He wakes up an hour before everybody and just starts typing.
So we're spending the night at Ambrose's house again, right?
You're certainly welcome.
So we're gonna head back south towards Denver. Okay.
Yeah, it's about an hour-ish south.
Yeah.
Depending.
Oh, okay. So we're We're spending the night at Ambrose's.
Yeah, we just head down there tonight. It's not too late.
Traveling after dark would be much easier.
All right.
Yeah, let's travel.
Are any of you from Denver?
No, not originally.
Not to be too much of a burden, but I usually try to take care of arrangements ahead of time if I'm traveling to somewhere else because of my particular needs where I'm staying.
Yeah, that makes sense. Like, you need to make sure it's dark out in there.
Or has the capability to be made dark enough.
Should we get like curtains?
Are there any good caves near Denver?
I guess Google.
I don't think Ambrose is like a cave kind of dude. But
Oh,
like,
come on. Those are our best hideouts. We're in caves.
that's a fact.
I don't know. They weren't. I don't know.
Takes me back, man.
That was not the good old days.
That was the good old days.
That was not the good old days.
Before we got rich and fancy.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, there's great caves near Denver.
I am not sleeping in a cave.
Man, like, you should probably see them before you say, like, no, caves. Like, what if there's a cave and it has a hot spring in it next to a groundwater cold spring? And you can just, like, hang out on a travertine bed and just bask in the stillness of it all.
I could just go to the Four Seasons and get the same thing without sleeping in a cave.
That's not the same thing.
You're right. It's not. I'm glad we can agree on this.
Text you back a couple minutes later. And was that a group text or just a solo text?
Group text.
Okay, so then everybody gets this text back.
The solo.
Her dad's bar. Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, she might be a local.
All right. Looks like I'm assuming this is like the next day.
Yeah, I assume.
I'm assuming we're meeting up the next day, I should say.
We figured out a sleeping arrangement for our sunshine. friend.
I'm finding a hotel. What you guys do, it's up to you. You guys want to go sleep in nature? Go for it. I mean, we're not that far from Colorado Springs. I can call up Kavi and he can give me a ride somewhere.
All right, so yeah. Zip off to Denver. I guess if it was that, I don't know whether or not you were going that night, you're sleeping over, then texting the next day or what have you. Whatever it might be. Oh boy, here we go.
That's
This is where we're sleeping. Oh. Well, fancy.
if anyone would like to join me at the Oxford Hotel.
Oh, you can bring your dog?
I would be happy to. Of course, if you're concerned about sharing a room, I understand.
Yeah, no, he's back. I think the Oxford is probably up Dash's alley.
Although presidential suite looks roomy.
Now we're talking.
Finally found someone that understands Dash.
Yeah, I mean, this Ambrose guy doesn't seem all that bad at all. I mean, he's got a servant and everything. I think he's
He understands good taste.
he's got good
And he can
taste.
turn into a giant Batman.
Yeah. His taste may be a little, antiquated, but it's okay. It's, right. He's been around for a while.
When you've
it's,
been around for a while.
So, whenever you want to, I assume at night, you can meet Trish at the Solo.
I'd say like the next evening then.
Sure.
Maybe get our bearings in Denver and
I'll sleep.
rest and
Yeah.
do what, find the best donut shop, that kind of thing.
Yeah, ask around. I mean, you can ask the concierge. I'm sure there is one at the Oxford, and they can let you know where the most pristine and delicate donuts are.
Perfect.
Which means that not actually good.
Did you hear her say
No, they,
They
You know,
do what?
they put toppings on the donuts with tweezers, so it's
Yeah, they are extra. But yeah, she also texted you that she'll be sitting at the corner of the bar, so you can identify her.
I like the fireplace that's full of books.
You get to Ambrose, find
Yep.
a nice place, cold nice place. So unless there's anything else you wanted to do, you arrive at the Solo. And you indeed see a young woman, early 20s maybe, sitting at the corner of the bar with a beer in front of her.
Is there like a lot of seats nearby?
No, it's pretty busy. So no, like there's maybe one or two seats. There's one seat next to her that's open. Another one a couple down. The stools at the bar are pretty full. And a lot of the bar itself is pretty full.
Boogie, is she expecting just one person or oh?
No, like I think that she's expecting us, not like me.
Okay.
I mean, yeah, it was a group text. But yeah,
Oh, okay.
she
All
was
right.
seeing all the other numbers.
We see her.
Yeah.
All right. Bogey will walk over and give her a fist bump at a distance, and then walk over to is it a seat yourself kind of place, or is it a wait to be seated sort of place?
Yeah, it seems like a seat yourself kind of place.
All right, and go to an empty booth.
Who did you give a fist bump?
Hmm?
Who did you give a fist bump?
Trish.
Oh, You just walked up during it. Well, so there isn't an empty booth. Like the place is packed.
Busy.
But I mean, as you walk up and offer the fist for the bump, she looks at it and looks at you, bumps the fist and goes, "You must be Bogey."
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. He grows good with descriptions. Hey, I guess that's the rest of them.
Yeah.
It's over at the rest of you. Cool. Order whatever you want. Hey Ricky, stay with me, and lead me back through that door, and she'll get her drink and head on through a door and on the sign that says private party.
Great.
Order whatever you want. Blood's on the menu.
Nothing. Yep, nothing for me. Thank you.
What's
And it's loud in here. You know, it's a bar. But you can get your orders and then whenever you might want to head through the private party door.
Is there an older guy working the bar?
No, there's a younger guy working the bar.
Okay.
Probably older than Trish, maybe late 20s, early 30s. But no, there does not seem to be someone who'd be appropriately older to be her dad working at the bar.
He's not going to be working the bar.
He's probably not working the night shift anyway. Yeah. Or any part of the bar. It's true.
Oddly enough, though, his name's Will.
Will? Solo?
I don't know. I think Hans would be more appropriate, or Ben.
All right, go to the back.
You head into the back, and as you close the door behind you, there's almost no noise coming through it after you've closed it. I mean, it was really loud in there on the other side, and as you close it, become very quiet. There's still a little bit of a muffle to it, but it's otherwise become very quiet. And there's a nice little area with a couple tables and some seats. And she's just sitting on her phone, doing whatever she's doing on her phone. And you come in and she puts it down and goes, "Hey, welcome. Come sit down." So apparently, Hiroko says that you all are gonna take on the Lucky.
I mean, we kind of already are.
Oh, whoa. That is amazing. That's so cool. Yeah, like I was supposed to like get in and figure some things out, but you're already doing it. This is great.
Well, not around here.
Oh,
We're from Colorado Springs, so Colorado Springs led us to Fort Collins. Fort Collins led us to here. So we are not familiar with the organization in Denver.
got it. No, I mean that makes sense. Yeah, they're kind
From
of
what Hiroko made it sound is that you might be able to help us with that though.
yeah. I mean, hopefully I'll be able to. I've only been kind of in for the past few weeks doing small jobs. I don't know if they're still testing me out or I'm just new or what it is, but I haven't been getting a lot. I've only really met one person so far. The guy that I, bring things to and get instructions from. So I'll help as much as I can.
I mean, very least that guy's starting point.
Yeah. Oh gosh, yeah. So his name is checking to make sure that I remember what I was in. Yep, I know that. His name is Julian, and I guess he's okay. He's kind of, stiff, all business, but yeah, he lets me know when he needs me to go get things and where to go get them, and a lot of it's just been running. Like I haven't really been stealing anything. Mostly pick up drop offs kind of thing. Also, just low-level runner, I guess.
Why are you doing this?
Why am I trying to infiltrate the Lucky?
Yeah.
Oh, well, they don't seem nice. Like it seems like they're doing some bad stuff. I got to know Hiroko pretty well, and we were talking about it, and yeah, it sounded like they're trying to like hurt people like him, which sounds like it sucks. So I figured, I'm from Denver, anyways. I know the area, and I got some contacts around here. And turns out I had enough of a contact to be able to get myself into the organization, so I could maybe, I don't know, figure out how to help. I don't know, at least get Hiroko out of it.
Are you a Scion?
No, and Chandler, you don't smell anything. Or
But
hear
you like know about the confluence and everything?
the what? Confluence?
How old did you say she was?
She's like
Like,
early
she look
20s,
early 20s. Okay,
maybe just out of college age.
but like in Colorado Springs, it was mostly teenagers, right?
Yes, it was
Mhm.
mostly teenagers that were
Okay.
involved in, right? Yeah, because I was more culty.
Mm-hmm. This Julian fella,
Yeah.
you said he was all right.
Well, I mean, not, I mean, like, just okay, kind of all right. He, like I said, he's stiff. He's just all business. Like, go do this, go get that. Here's your money. I mean, he doesn't sound that mean, but
Right.
yeah, I mean, he's okay.
Hmm.
So, like, are you guys gonna like go in and just like dismantle them and beat them all up?
I mean,
Wow.
sometimes, as Bogey put it, the confluence leads us to that, and then sometimes it doesn't.
So, what's the confluence?
You know, like the cosmic force that brings us all together.
I mean, I don't know, but that's cool. So, is that like a Scion thing?
It seems like it. Like
Oh.
if you're pulled into this world tangentially, like I guess not just Scions then. Because you're here and we're all like together. So like we've been brought together.
Yeah. Wait a minute. So, am I part of the confluence?
Like, yeah, for now. For how long? I don't know. Like, but yeah.
And she's like elated. That's awesome. That's so cool. Okay. Yeah, I'm part of the confluence. All right. So, what do I do to help?
We should start our own cult.
Yeah, Sylvia.
Yeah,
Sylvia's already working on it.
definitely don't have a cult.
Never
I
mind.
don't think that Bogey would identify as a cult leader.
Not a cult.
Either.
It's a community.
Right.
Yeah. So, how do I help?
Well, our ultimate objective is we're trying to figure out who's at the top of the food chain. And we've had success in the places we've been getting there. So now our objective here is to, I mean, obviously we don't think, doesn't seem like Julian is probably the top of the food chain.
No, I don't imagine he is.
So we need to know who's issuing these orders. We need to get to that person.
Oh, wow. Okay. You want me to like do something? Hey, how can I confluence with you? Did I use that right?
I think you're doing it. And yeah, I wouldn't change anything too quickly.
Okay.
No, I think we just
No.
need to wait until you're contacted again for a job.
Okay.
But if you receive any messages or, I mean, anything seems different, off. How did you get into this? I mean, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so I had this. I mean, I reached out to some friends in high school who were shadier, and turns out some of them, or yeah, a couple of them, kind of knew what I was looking for and figured they could help me out. And so they got me an interview, I guess, not like a normal interview, but it was just kind of like feeling me out and whether or not I was like some type of weirdo. And then, turns out I wasn't too weird because I was trying not to be. And then, yeah, I started doing running jobs for them a few weeks back. Just like, pick up this here, bring it over there.
So you have a couple of high school friends that are also involved in the Lucky.
Yeah, they seem like they're also runners.
Mm-hmm. Do you think they all also go to Julian, or do you think they report to somebody else?
I don't know. They didn't feel like they could really talk about it, and Julian made it clear like I probably shouldn't talk about it either. But obviously, I am.
Yeah, it'd be good if one of us could join the Lucky, I guess, like you're joining. It worked really well with Cynthia, like could we do that again?
Yeah, I guess. You got time.
I mean, that's what we're here for.
Sure. I mean, I try to get one of you an interview, I guess. And you could become a runner.
Yeah, it'd be better if we weren't connected to you though. Like we don't want to, because if we end up getting found out or something, and then you're connected to us, then it feels like you're connected.
Oh. Yeah, that could be bad.
So I don't want to do anything to make you unsafe, but like I think that if you just keep doing what you're doing and then we just do our thing along with what you're doing, then we'll converge on this.
Okay.
Does your family know what you're doing?
No, they don't.
This is your father's place we're in?
Yeah, that's my father's bar.
He doesn't know your
No,
shady dealings.
no. I'd rather you didn't tell him. Okay. All right. So the plan is like I just keep doing what I'm doing, and that'll help.
I think for the moment, and then you can let us know when you get contacted.
Oh, okay.
And in the meantime, we can I don't know how we look around a city this size, but
No, this is a big place. Like
Well, I mean, if anybody's going undercover, we know it's you, Bogey.
yeah, I mean I'm done. I'm done for it.
I know.
Trish, what was the most recent job you did?
Oh, like 2 days back. Yeah, 2 days back, I ran like a club kind of thing, like a beat club, not like a club. And I ran it from couple places, and she mentions a couple places that pick up here, drop off there. But like, it's pretty consistent work. I'll probably Julian should reach out in like a day or two, maybe a couple times a week. They weren't like bad. This was actually pretty good work.
You could turn it into what Hiroko does.
Do what now?
No. Never mind.
Okay, cool. Well, all right. I'll totally reach out probably in a day or two, and be all like, "Hey, Julian wants to meet," and then however I can help you, let me know.
Good.
Good. So, unless there's anything else you want to talk about, enjoy your drinks. Continue to chat with you. She asks a lot more questions about the confluence, and being Scions and so exciting. Geeking out a bit. But otherwise, it sounds like you got a couple days in Denver before Trish would be reaching out. Anything in particular we'd like to do in our time in Denver?
I don't know about the rest of you, but since we're here, why don't we go to the Comedy Works?
We can go to the what? What'd you say?
The Comedy Works. It's a comedy place. We can go and laugh.
Sounds good. Check that out.
I mean,
Yeah, you can. I mean, you can easily go catch a show.
because I'm not dropping Nuggets tickets or Avalanche ticket prices right now.
Oh, do you want to go to a game? I could probably swing that.
I mean, if you want to, I'm always down.
I mean, I think the comedy show probably sounds better, but
I figured it would probably be cheaper, but that's just I don't know. Ambrose seems like he could use a laugh. And it's it's going to be dark in there. It's a comedy store.
I presume evening shows.
Yeah, good point. Didn't think that far ahead.
Bogey wants to go to the Denver Bouldering Club.
Easily, yeah. Yep. Not too hard.
He wants to do that and then find a good yoga place.
Easily find that. Okay. So it sounds like a couple days of like literal downtime activity, just relaxing.
Yeah, I mean, at some point, Sylvia will go bouldering and she'll go to the comedy, but at some point,
yeah, I'm with you, Sylvie. Although when you go yoga, Desh is like, "Oh, we're going yoga." Desh is like, "What? Let me know when you go." But yeah, otherwise, yeah, I was trying to think of like, I would know where to start.
Me either. I'm just gonna try to make a whole bunch of contacts and see if I can get some fate rolls out of this.
so yeah, I'm gonna go peek back and I'm gonna go do my thing and look back in time at those pickup, like that drop off, and see if somebody came by to pick up.
Yeah, and yes, obviously somebody comes by to pick up at some point. Like with all the other visions, it's not like you could sketch it, but yeah, you do see there's just the one pickup that you know from there.
Mhm.
But yeah, somebody comes and picks up you would estimate maybe 15 minutes after she dropped it off.
Okay. Just typical build, or nothing unique.
Nothing too unique about the individual.
Okay.
A woman. You can tell that much. Anything else we want to do in these 2 days, in addition to enjoying our time in Denver?
So
Wait, yeah. Go ahead.
besides yoga, I'm gonna go to all the places Bogey does not go to.
That is a lot.
I mean, Ambrose will ask around if anybody is interested in any of the museums. Evening, of course. We wouldn't be able to spend the entire day, but
I'll definitely go with you, Ambrose.
I'm down for a museum.
Yeah.
looking at old stuff.
Yeah.
Does Sylvia erect any buildings here in her honor?
Just like, I hadn't thought about that.
That's a good point.
She had absolutely thought about that.
Oh yeah, Drew hadn't thought about it, but Sylvia. Mhm.
I mean, we're a little ways away, but
You got to expand the franchise at some point, right?
might go into the community and see if there's some people who need some help.
It sounds like those homeless shelters are going to be coming into play, Bogey.
So in that light, to Mike's point of making some bait rolls, what is primary thing you're going to do over the next couple of days? So like Bogey, it sounded like primary was going out physical, going out and doing yoga, doing bouldering, meeting people that way. Sylvia, sounds like go out, help the community. What about the other three? Ambrose, it sounds like potentially go to museums, go to higher lifestyle type things, events.
Yeah, and you never know with, and I'll see if there are any like, not sort of like your typical estate sale, but the sort of like a higher end auction or two. As somebody who likes to occasionally make a purchase of something,
Yeah.
Because also like, while I'm looking around in museums and maybe at an auction or two, you never know what you might see in terms of like old stuff.
You do like old stuff. What about for Dash and Carter? And it could be any of those three things as your primary. But like, what do you think is your primary thing you're doing over the next 2 days? And it could be going to the Comedy Works. Like that is one of your main things. You're going to go to the show or go to shows or go to the baseball game, what have you, go to entertainment. I'm just trying to gather so I can figure out what I'm having each role as a fate role.
So, is Bogey at some point going to go to the homeless shelters?
Yeah.
So, I don't know how this works because I've never used a single power on this whole character sheet. But
Okay, let me look at your character sheets. Like
I mean, since we're here, I have this boon called Divine Providence. And it is what I did in a former life. Well, not really a former life, but.
Okay. Yeah,
I mean,
you can.
because imbuing a legend is not spending it; it's just it lasts until you.
Until you right. So until you take it back for something
Right.
else, it's being used for that purpose.
Great.
And you can take it back at any point.
Okay.
You would just be potentially dooming these people. No, I'm kidding.
Nah, it's just, I'm giving a little boost right now, and then
Give them a little
at some
boost.
point,
Yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
just get them
Okay.
back on their feet. You know.
And so are we going to call that your main thing?
Yeah, I mean, so I'll
Great.
I'll hit that during the day in the museums and the comedy clubs at night.
And Carter, what's going to be your main thing over the next couple of days?
The main thing that Carter's going to do is he is just going to, especially with where we are now, he is just going to essentially Uber out and get out to one of the more rugged areas outside of the city to the west and just kind of just go up into the mountains for, half a day or a day, not doing anything, just going out and just kind of taking it all in.
Okay.
Just kind of a reset, since I've kind of been in the cities a lot lately. So before going back, and so just kind of doing that.
Bit of a walkabout.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So Bogey, can you roll athletics and dexterity?
Athletics and dexterity.
Uh-huh. Because it was what I gathered from the beginning. It was more the climbing and yoga was going to be the main focus.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know why I just went to my character sheet to do that.
For Carter, could you roll athletics and resilience?
Can I?
Oh, sorry. And stamina. Athletics and stamina.
Athletics and stamina.
Dash. Go ahead and roll empathy and composure. Sylvia, same thing, empathy and composure. And then Ambrose, culture and presence. You guys are consistent. This is great.
Everybody gets 2 so far. Oh,
Oh,
wait, did we all just roll better than Josh? No,
We
we
did.
didn't.
Not everybody. Okay. I guess you could.
Sorry, I'm trying to remember. How do specialties? What do specialties do?
Specialties add a bonus to the roll if they are clickable and not already. So if you're not rolling culture,
That's from another.
but it's from another one, then it adds a +1.
Oh, so my climbing wouldn't add to my athletics?
Right, because you're already using athletics. So it's meant to boost another.
How about relating to diverse and conflicting views of people?
Not in this case.
All right.
dumb question on mine. And then Suf, would the survival wilderness play into this at all? Since it's a walkabout, or not really? Since I'm just kind of hanging out.
I was looking through quickly. Is there? Oh, there is. Yeah. Yes. Yeah, that would add 1 to it.
Okay.
You are going out into the wilderness.
Right.
But you're not surviving out there. You're just out in the wilderness.
Right.
You're not trying to survive out there. You feel like you're going out for half a day.
Yeah. So it's just that's a 3 then.
And then I'll add a momentum from Sylvia's. Okay. Nothing in particular happens over the next couple of days. Right. Let me check something.
Don't make any enemies.
Oh, and tons of enemies. Nothing good happens. I should have said nothing good happens.
No rival cult.
Yeah.
Sorry, checking something else. So no, so with those roles, nothing in particular happens over the couple days. Nothing good, nothing bad, even for Sylvia. Like there was even, I guess it was probably frustrating for you, Sylvia. Like you're going out trying to do your community stuff, and like you weren't finding success in doing the community stuff. It was frustrating. Momentum. I gained momentum. You gained momentum. And the rest of you went out and you did your thing. Bogey, you've helped the homeless community in the city. They're gonna, find times a little less rough. For now.
Dash did that.
Dash, who did I say? Sorry.
You said bogey.
Sorry, yeah. Dash. The homeless community is gonna be, a little less hard off. Bogey, you got a great
That's why
workout.
Sylvia can't find a foothold, because all the homeless people that she would drag into her community. I'm not,
Nobody's been destitute right now.
right. I'm allowing them to go prosper somewhere, So
Bogey, I mean, like you meet some people and you talk, but nothing really sparks to the point of an interest. And Ambrose, like go to the museum. There just weren't any auctions, these 2 nights. Doesn't happen to. Maybe there is one this weekend, but
I mean,
not coming up.
I imagine there were probably some, but not the kind I'm interested in.
Right, like there was a barn in the outside of town, selling horses and shit. And you're like, no, that's not, but not like nice horses, like work horses.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, sorry, not like race horses.
Nothing upscale enough for.
Nothing of your caliber.
Mm-hmm.
But a couple days go by, and Trish calls. She calls Bogey's phone, because that's the one that had texted her. Hey, Julian wants to meet tonight at like 8. So now what do we do?
Where are you gonna be? Like,
She tells you a place in Denver.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, that seems like some place I could be. I don't know, like what if I just like ran into you guys while you were doing the handoff?
Well, it's not a handoff exactly. I'm going to go and he's going to tell me what he wants me to do, and he's not going to hand me anything.
Oh. Does he like walk to where that is, or does he drive there?
I mean, I assume he drives there. Like Denver's pretty big.
Oh yeah. I don't know, like if you take a bus or something.
Oh, I mean, I guess I don't know. Maybe he takes the bus. Okay, so like you're just gonna be there, and what do you want me to do?
Just like do whatever you're gonna do.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I can do that. I can totally do that. Okay. All right. Cool. Well, then I'll am I going to see you at it? I won't even look at you. It's like we won't even know each other.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Okay. Okay. Cool. All right. I won't see you at 8. All right. Bye. Goes up. And it's like 4 in the afternoon.
All right. I relay that to everybody else.
Oh,
No.
Okay.
It's like, what do we want to do?
Is this place like a dark alley? Is it like a restaurant? Is it a ice cream
It's,
shop?
I do like that. It's a restaurant, like a mid-scale sit-down restaurant.
We'll stake it out and follow the guy. See if we can figure out who he works with.
We could always be there too, early.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like, we could just be there in advance.
We could spread ourselves out. We could also have somebody outside.
Yeah, Sylvia's always good for that, and so is Carter.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll be outside.
A couple of us can be inside. Just we could follow from the inside when he leaves. And
Ambrose, how would you like to fit into all of this?
Well, I go wherever I'm most needed. What are you planning to do with this Julian exactly?
Like, when we infiltrated the Lucky in Colorado Springs, I was able to fall in with a group of the burglars. So, like, it'd be cool to do that again because it worked pretty good. But, like, I don't know if this really lends itself to that, you know? Like,
We need to figure out who he reports to, and from there, maybe the next person, and go up the chain.
right, that's how we found Cynthia.
all right, so sometimes we get our signals crossed on these things. Are we going to follow him, or are we going to throw them into a car and then take him to an apartment and keep him there for 2 days and torture him? And like, which way are we going here?
All the first, none of the second, Sylvia.
It's definitely the first before the second.
See, that's yeah. That's
You
fine. I
don't
just
need
need
it tied to Trish, right?
do what?
We don't need it tied to Trish. If we did it right away, it'll be.
I agree.
Well, if you need someone to follow and keep an eye on this person, then I have some experience
Stalking people.
stalking humans.
Can you get information out of them?
Sometimes.
That seems like more the second than the first.
Yeah, infiltrating quietly seems like a better first plan than, like,
Not.
yeah.
I mean,
I think we could just follow him, see where he goes. Of course, he might just go back to his house, but I mean, then if we decided we wanted to, whatever y'all are talking about, we could still just do it at his house.
I mean, we can be patient. We can give it some time. We don't have to, see what we can figure out without being direct.
Good, I like that.
But like, we already have somebody in, right? So like, Bogey, if you got in, like, how far, how long would it take you to move up to,
Yeah.
above Trish?
I don't know if being in is going to really help us at this point.
Well, if we can get further in, then it would, because, like, her wall is Julian, right? Like, she can't get past that. So, like, if I get with Julian, and then, like, then he takes me to, like, his friends, and his friends are, like, different wall maybe.
Yeah, but she said he's like super serious, and I don't know how affable he's going to be to let's make friends. And I mean, it might take a long time to get there.
Or maybe if somebody's nice to him, it'll go real quick.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, I think he just hasn't.
I think your idea of nice is the same one we're talking about, Sylvia.
I, I was assuming he was going to show up with like a bag of tacos or something. Beer.
All right. Well, at the very least, let's see who shows up and then see what happens. See what happens and see where he goes.
Just so I'm on the same page, your plan to move up quickly within the ranks of a clandestine organization is a bag of tacos.
That's just
The number of times it's worked, you would be surprised by.
Bogey is shocking.
Confluence, man.
With the power of
A number more than 0 would be shocking. Yes.
I mean, you'd be shocked.
not to be rude, but obviously you don't tacos. You know, like you don't really eat tacos, so
No. But that notwithstanding, I fail to understand how that food item is an easy stepping stone to status within any kind of organization.
I don't think that it's like status of an organization so much as like a bread olive branch. You know, like you just have to have something to offer and then something to bond around. Like, and then all of a sudden you just hang out for a couple of hours and eat a bag of tacos and have a case of beer, and then we'll just like make some friends along the way, and then I don't know, maybe nothing comes of it, or maybe you made a bunch of friends. But either way, you improve somebody's afternoon. So like, where's the harm in that?
Bogey has shocked me several times with his ability to connect on a very basic, almost primal level with other people. Ones I would never expect.
Have you considered perhaps that arises not from the tacos and from some inherent qualities of who and what you are?
Don't harsh his vibe, Ambrose,
I
man.
think it's just a prop. He just needed a prop.
Yeah, like, I think that I agree with Ambrose. Like, you know, it's important to be authentic, and then like they'll be authentic back. And so like he's all gruff with Trish, but like that's not him. You know, that's not really him.
There's a kid inside who loves tacos.
And I will say, like, you know, if you showed up with tacos, that's going to work better than if you showed up with like tofu or something. So I'm just saying, like, there are just some things that work
The
better.
gas station made their own chorizo, and I don't think that can be understated.
He's got a point.
Sounds perhaps a little like you're presuming someone's dietary preferences.
No, I wasn't gonna go there with a bag of tacos to a restaurant. Like that wasn't my plan.
Anyways, we have a plan. We're
That being said, chicken over beef.
Ambrose is like, there's no plan. No plan was discussed here.
Yeah, what
Oh,
is the plan exactly?
Well, we already had.
Go,
we had
go to a
plan.
dispensary,
We're
get a
going-
box of chocolates, take it to the meeting. Everybody's happy.
We're gonna watch. We're gonna observe. We're gonna see what happens first, and then when Julian departs, I think we wanted to follow to see where he goes.
yeah, and we're meant to not attack.
No. And then if for some reason things go sideways, then we'll improvise.
Wonderful. The following part, I am certainly able to do that.
Good. That's for all we know is Julian could be a Also a Scion.
Well, and that's something that we should like know, you know?
Yeah. I mean, we didn't expect to find a giant in a basement.
No. Well, we knew he was big from when he was leaving Cynthia's place. But like, yeah,
But like
I know.
actual giant.
An actual giant. No, just like a big person.
Right.
Yeah.
So Boogie and Dash, you guys are going in. I'll wait outside and keep an eye around. Who else is? Carter, you going in or you?
I'm probably gonna stay outside. Makes more sense for me.
We can go in and get a table.
Yeah, bar sounds nice.
Ambrose, you want to go in and to the restaurant, or do you want to?
I'll go inside.
Sorry, one sec. So sorry. I was doing something. Who went where? I heard Ambrose going inside.
Yep, I'm going inside.
I think Bogey and Dash and Ambrose are going inside.
Sounds good. So yeah, you're in there. What time are you getting there? So you said you wanted to get there ahead.
Yeah. I mean, they're meeting at 8. I mean, not too early because I don't like.
Would you like another dessert?
Right. So, I mean, let's get 15, 20 minutes ahead of time just so we can.
Okay. Yeah.
Be prepared to be able to watch what happens, but.
Cool. And did you all? I know you potentially mentioned sitting separately, like spreading out, or are you all sitting together?
Bogey will be separate.
Yeah, I think we'll separate a little bit.
Okay. All right. So 3 individuals. They'll seat you at smaller tables around the restaurant. About 15 minutes later, Mary shows up and has to be seated. She's seated in a booth, and a few minutes after that, a gentleman walks in. I mean, you've been walking in, but this gentleman walks and sits down across from Trish. Quick little fatal. Each of you roll a luck roll. What are we gonna do for luck? Let's do culture and intellect. Did you happen to be in the right place? To be close and listening?
Oh man.
Okay. So Ambrose, yeah, you are sitting in the booth behind theirs, so you'll be able to hear everything. Bogey, you're a little farther away, but not by much. So like you'd have to strain to hear. If you're really trying to hear, so it might become more obvious. But you're at least close enough you can kind of make out body language and and what have you. And you can listen in if you want to. It'll just be a little bit more difficult, just because it's not super busy in here, but it's 8 o'clock. It's still busy enough that there's enough ambient noise around. But Ambrose, they're literally right behind you, so you shouldn't have much trouble hearing them. So yeah, they
And I can't hear anything.
no.
Okay.
Yes, good point. No, you are a bit farther away. You don't even have line of sight to them. It's like you kind of saw her where she sat, and you saw a man sat where across from her, but there's a divider, and you're on the other side of that. So you could get up and move, but from where you currently are seated and where you were seated, it's on the other side of a divider, so you don't see it. Carter.
Oh, I'm still outside. I never made it inside with that.
Okay, I just saw the roll. So
Yeah,
it's like,
no.
got it. Did you just want to roll it for fun?
I just wanted to roll. I haven't rolled in a while.
I just looked at the attributes. I was like, oh yeah, that fits. So it's fitting. Yes, your 0 is you are outside, and so you saw people come and go. You don't even know which one's Julian. So Julian sits down and says to her, all right, and he starts kind of going through directions of where she needs to pick up and drop off. Ambrose, your hearing's not heightened, is it? I don't remember. Not like that kind of thing.
I don't think I have like super senses or anything.
I don't think so.
I'm not that kind of vampire.
Not that kind of vampire. But he starts kind of going into where to go, what to get, and it'll be $100 like always, and you get payment in a couple days. Questions? And she talks a little bit back and forth, and she asks some questions, and you can't see Bogey, you can see she seems to be acting naturally as a person can act. So it seems like she's trying to take your direction of just going with the flow. Ambrose, you don't hear anything strange. It's not like she's suddenly like asking like, hey, asking additional questions. Like he doesn't seem to be getting frustrated with anything that she's asking. So it seems like a pretty normal interaction. And then Bogey, you can see that he puts a little bit of money on the table before the waitress can even come over to order. And then he gets up and he starts to walk out. So the whole exchange is maybe 5 minutes. Yeah, go ahead.
Can I use this?
With and I don't think you even need to roll. I mean, I think yes, you can assess the attitude. He's as she described. I mean, he's very stiff, almost annoyed to be here. But like you don't get the sense that his tone is gruff or that he's necessarily even especially rude in his manners or even the tone of voice that you can hear, even if you can't hear all the words. It just seems like it's brusque because he's trying to get this done so he can leave. But it's not towards her. It just seems like that might be part of his natural state. Or at least in this instance, he seems brusque. And so it's a pretty quick exchange. And like I said, in about 5 minutes, he's put a little bit down and walking out.
I'm gonna leave some cash on the table for whatever I ordered as cover, and poked at a little bit.
Yeah.
And then get up to follow him out.
Okay.
Was I able to get a glance of who she was sitting with, like through a window?
Well, the question, were you just like everybody else, were you just kind of positioned and waiting, or once you knew that they went in, did you want to try to go and look?
So,
Like
yeah, I was
them?
sitting in a vehicle outside. I don't know if I had my convertible or what, but that would be the ideal. But Um, and yeah, maybe once I got the text that like he's here, I might like drive up and just like see if I can find, look in the window and do a kind of a drive by just to
Not
see.
from the car. So you'll go and you'll drive but not from the car. Even kind of stopping for a moment as if there's traffic, even if there isn't. You can't get a good enough view inside to be able to see from the car.
Okay. So I'll just pull around and wait at the exit and try and I'll just message back. I guess let me know when he leaves.
The item to Desh's question that Ambrose is capable of answering because he heard. The item is
It's just that's just my response. If it's not relevant to the story, it's okay. It's an item.
totally
Got it.
relevant and will come
So I
into
just
play
know what it is.
if I think of it.
Yeah.
The item is a monocle.
All right.
Yep, and then the location is actually the museum that you visited last night is where she's picking it up. She's picking it up from the code exchange is where she's going to pick it up, and she's going to go drop it off at a different ridiculous location. Thanks, Josh. Taking my wild ridiculousness have some credit. All right. So was anybody else following, or is it just Ambrose following on foot for now?
I would be following as soon as I knew who to follow.
Okay.
And if I saw Ambrose come out, I'd know to follow somebody and
Okay.
figure out who Ambrose is following.
Ambrose, go ahead and roll subterfuge and dex. Sneaky.
Yep. Will I get a bonus from my survival tracking?
Yes. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Yes, you will.
Tracking a guy.
Yeah, you're tracking a guy.
I also would like to choose this person to be my. Well, I don't know. An enemy.
Hunter's Mark.
Yeah, I want to put Hunter's Mark on him. Yeah, I guess I don't know what qualifies as an enemy for my quarry. So my most dangerous prey. Knack. Just in case this fella does anything to me.
Yeah.
If I can do that, I'll do that.
Yes, you can. Yep, you're following him, and he does not seem to be aware of you.
Perfect.
So yeah, as you go out, he walks up the street a little bit, and he's pulling out car keys. So you could tell that he is heading towards a car parked somewhere along the street because there's no. You walked away from the parking lot, which was where a parking lot at the restaurant. He was walking up the street. Got it, Dash. So with that bogey, are you going to try to bump into him, I guess, before he gets to his car?
If I'm able to, yes, but if not, then I'm happy to get bumped into by his car when he's pulling away.
And I would be like, if anybody wants to jump in, I don't follow at a close distance. I just need to be within like I don't know, mile or something. I can't remember where.
I think it
I think it is a mile.
a half mile to a mile. I don't remember. Yeah.
So if anybody wants to come out and hop in, not gonna be freaked out maybe. But yeah, driving with my eyes glazed over.
So I mean, Bogey, you're on a longboard. You can, and he's just walking. So yes, you can easily catch up and bump into him before he gets into his car, unless you want to get hit by his car.
No, I'd prefer not to.
Okay, and you're able to just.
I just figured it out a couple of different ways. So I want to come out sort of like in front of him, so I have to make an awkward turn and fall down.
Okay. Yeah, you do. Because I assume like you're coming up from behind him, and for whatever reason, like you're crossing in front, like something goes wrong with your board, and you go crash
Yeah,
the ground it kind of in front of him.
yeah.
And he kind of pauses and steps back and looks at you weird, and then walks around you and continues.
He is full of concern and sympathy for seeing this person fall down.
Let's see. Okay. Yeah, you're imbuing a point of legend to make him concerned.
Yep.
So
I fed the homeless. Bogey, made some guy feel sorry for him. All right.
Haven't tried this angle before. We'll see how it goes.
I think I'm the better cleric right now. I'm just saying.
all right, well, he failed his give a shit roll. Well, his not give a shit roll. It's not in his nature. But he gives a weird look, and he's about to step around, and then he rolls his eyes. You okay?
Bogey turns, looks up, and was like, "I'm so sorry."
Yeah, I mean, you hit me. Are you okay?
Oh, I think so. Can I have a hand?
He reaches out a hand and helps you up. Okay, well, don't hit people. And have a good day. Or good night. Everything okay? You're not broken or anything?
I don't think so. Like, my hands seem like they're okay, and my feet feel like they're okay.
Okay.
I didn't hit you, right?
I mean, you clipped me a little, but I guess that's fine as long as you're fine.
I think I'm all right.
Okay.
I hope I didn't ruin your night, but I'm glad that you're all right. I didn't see you when I came around the corner.
Okay. Well, if you're good, I'm gonna go on with my life.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine. You're okay. Okay. All right. Bye.
It's like, all right.
Starts to slowly walk and kind of turn back and check on you. Not like you're gonna jump him, but like he's concerned. He's gonna check on you and make sure, like, glances and sees like, are you walking okay? And he continues up towards his car.
All right, I'm gonna start riding next to him while he's walking, and lean into this moment here. start talking to him about it was nice of him to care, and it didn't seem like the sort of person that might, but I was glad to be surprised.
Yeah, totally. And we're still talking, so cool. Do you need something? Like, are you okay? Like, are
No, I think
you homeless or something?
I mean, like, I think I've got my tent, but like I'm not homeless.
Okay.
But no, I don't need anything.
Okay.
Do you?
No.
It feels like you've got like a hole.
What?
Like when you looked at me, I could tell like that was the person that you're trying to not be now. But like my name's Sean, and I just wondered like if you want to like the
Sean, did you escape from a psych ward? Do I need to call somebody?
no, but I'm more worried about you. Like I'm getting a bruise in the morning, but that's fine. But like it seems like you're all the way down a road that you didn't mean to be on in the first place. I don't know why.
Okay. Thank you for the tarot reading or whatever this is. I got to get going. If you're okay, I'm going to go. Are you okay?
Yeah, I think I'm okay.
Okay. Good night, Sean.
Good night. Good luck.
Thanks. He continues walking towards his car. And it's like 3 more cars up, and then he'll go ahead and get in, unless anybody else is doing anything.
What kind of car does he drive?
He drives a nice sedan. I'm trying to think. I mean, yeah, why not? No, no. You know what? He drives a Honda Civic, but it looks newer.
Okay, so it had not an SUV, something that has a trunk.
Yes, something that has a trunk.
All right, then I'm going to.
Question from a vampire. Proceed.
I'm gonna turn into. I'm gonna like try to duck out of sight real quick. Just sort of like if there's somewhere on the street that I can kind of like duck a doorway or
There's cars. I mean, like
or like behind a car.
Yeah,
between
like
some cars.
The street is lined with cars, and they're pretty close together. So you could probably duck down under a car or between cars.
Yeah, and then I'm gonna turn into smoke.
As one does.
And seep into his trunk.
You do that. You are in his trunk as smoke.
Great.
Yep.
Whoa! What the hell just happened to Ambrose?
He just went between those cars and didn't come out.
Right.
I mean,
all right, Sylvia, are you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
He turned into smoke.
You're watching this, right? You see Ambrose stuck between 2 cars, and then poof into smoke.
I think you just.
And then, you see that smoke seep into Julian's car.
I think he just turned into smoke and got in the car.
Are you texting or are you? Because like
I don't know. Is anybody in the car with me?
Talking to me. She's
no, I'm with Trish.
me.
Okay, he's talking in the car. Okay, all right.
Wait. They never showed that in any of the movies.
Yeah, that's weird. Has nothing to do with bats.
Oh, and Trish is still she's sitting down and eating. So you're welcome to stay, Dash, but like he put down money, and so he's essentially paying for her meal. she's sitting and going to enjoy a meal.
And maybe at some point I'll casually stroll outside as I'm getting these text messages about Bogey
Before they completely drive off.
and Ambrose just smoked himself.
Yeah, if you want to hop in, you're welcome to. I haven't moved yet.
Leave a tip. Come outside and look around.
Hop in the car.
Yeah.
Well, he starts at the car.
If Sylvia's vehicle still there, yeah, I'll go over and get in.
And he starts driving away. Bogey, are you getting to the car?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So yeah, you're all following Ambrose and Julian. Yeah, Julian, he puts on some music, some grunge music, really angry stuff. Seems like that's just the kind of guy he is. Not happy grunge, but angry grunge. And you drive for about 10, 15 minutes. And then he parks the car. They're in a trunk. Oh, you still smoke? I don't really guess I can look at your thing.
So it says for a short time.
Okay.
So either I come out of it and I'm in the trunk and I poof and smoke again, or the short time is still.
For short time is defined.
Is it?
Yes.
I looked up what short time was. I guess I should have looked at time.
Why this game has vague terms and then
Defines the vague terms.
Vague terms with very specific meanings.
You could have just.
Oh, you're at a short combat distance. Okay, this range.
Yes, that is actually 3.7 feet.
Exactly.
Goodness, where did I put it?
I'm checking what it was. Yeah, I mean, unless somebody knows what a short time means, I'd say yes. At some point, you materialize in this trunk. But I mean, there's not necessarily a limit to
It just
what you're using.
it just works, right?
Yeah, you could smoke back out.
Yeah. So once I know the car is not just stopped at a stoplight or stop sign or something, is actually
Right,
parked,
car turns off, music comes
turned
off.
off, all that. I'll poof out the passenger side edge and go along that side of the car and under, so that there's not a weird cloud of smoke just obviously visible around the car.
Right. Yeah. And he gets out and he starts walking towards an apartment building.
I'm gonna. What would be weirder in an apartment building? I don't want to do this. I'm gonna try to. Well, I guess I want to observe first if I can smoke along the edge of the building, low to the ground, and see if this is what kind of door situation we have here. Is he keying in? Is it? How does he get in the building?
He is keying in. So yeah, you can smoke over, and I assume you still have some senses while you're smoking. I don't know how smoke works, but I imagine you have senses. Otherwise, you can smoke around.
Right.
But yes, he's using. I mean, you can hear and see, or observe, perceive. He's using a key to get into the building. And so, yes, translated like key door, another key door, and then heads into little entry area with mailboxes and then stairs leading up, which if you're stopping him at any point, he starts going up the stairs.
Now I'm just gonna like, I don't know, smoke along the roof, like people. I mean, like the ceiling of like I'll go through the door and then just stay like up against the ceiling as much as I can because people don't look up that much.
Well, it
So I'll
doesn't
just
really
sort of,
yeah.
yeah, smoke along the ceiling,
Yeah.
and try to stay with him as
With
he goes
him.
up this towards his apartment.
Yeah, you can follow him. And then the rest of the crew, you were half mile, quarter mile back, right out of sight. But Sylvia, I mean, you do see him enter a building.
Mhm.
And then as you pull up, you recognize that it's an apartment building. You're just a few minutes behind the rest. So yeah, Ambrose Julian walks up and just continuing your stealth roll and your smoke and your intelligence smoke.
Yep.
He goes up 2 floors and then over to his apartment, 2B. Opens it up and heads in.
Okay. I am going to try to. I'm going to try to just like smoke through the top of his doorway into the apartment and then stay up like up against the ceiling and try to get somewhere that I can like come out of smoke form hidden inside his apartment.
It's like as he's walking in, you want to smoke, or after he's closed the
After
door.
he goes,
After
yeah.
he's closed-
I don't want to do it like as he's going in. I want to wait for him to close the door. I'll seep through the crack at the top so that he doesn't see like a.
You would have to see through the bottom. So
Okay, there's not
it's
enough.
not like the crack at the top in. It's butting up
It's sealed
against.
enough. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll seep in through the bottom and like up along the door to the
Roof
ceiling.
and try to find
somewhere to come down out of smoke form that'll be hidden.
yeah, and so as you enter, you smoke in, start smoking out the door, observing the area. Very neat, orderly apartment. Everything seems to have its place. Everything's clean. He has already walked over and is sitting on a nice leather couch, turning on the TV. So it seems like he's settling down to watch something. In a living room off to the right, small living room off to the right. There's a kitchen, bedroom, bathroom off to the left.
All right, so I'm gonna try to get in like a. If there's something either in the bathroom or kitchen, that looks like it's sort of like a storage closet. Like I don't want to go bedroom closet because more likely to open that than like go for cleaning supplies at night.
Got it.
So
So yeah, there's a door in the kitchen that may or may not be a pantry. It's closed. And then there's a door in the bathroom, may or may not be for cleaning supplies.
I'll go bathroom. I'll zip into that one before the smoke runs
And
out.
yeah, it's a small small room with cleaning supplies in it.
And as long as I can fit in there behind
Yeah,
the door.
it's not comfortable, but you can you got enough. I mean, were you to ever be a coffin type vampire, it's roomier than a coffin.
Oh,
So
okay.
right.
Fine.
Yeah, not super roomier, but I mean,
Mhm.
sure you have slept in a coffin at some point. Yeah.
All right. So yeah, I'll go in there.
You're in a closet, a
Yep.
broom closet.
Perfect.
And that's probably about the time the rest of you have pulled up to the apartment complex.
And obviously, I'm not gonna have my phone on vibrate or anything.
No. I
No,
assumed you turned it off before.
yeah, no noises.
Yeah.
Not even buzz noises.
To be.
Bogey, you think you can get us into this apartment?
I don't know. I don't know how to get into the apartment. What are you thinking?
Delivery dude?
But you didn't order a delivery.
Well, no, you just got to get through the front door. I don't. Is there like someone at the front?
At the front of the apartment?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
is the apartment open?
No, it's locked from the outside.
Okay.
And yeah, it's not that fancy. Like there's not a front person.
Oh, okay.
There's
Oh, never mind then.
a
Okay.
whole box, outside.
Gotcha. Okay. I mean,
like, it's a little late to be getting deliveries,
I can just break the door down.
Yeah, but that'll cause a ruckus for everybody else here.
All right, pull the fire alarm.
Then he comes outside with a bunch of people.
Ambrose can grab him before he gets that far.
Wait, we're not grabbing him, are we?
And do what with him?
You
I don't know what it's
too.
Drink all his blood. Oh wait, you didn't want me to do that? Whoops.
No, I could like talk to him a little bit. Maybe he wouldn't be able to talk back.
So we're just staking out here.
Until he sleeps.
Hopefully he's an old soul and goes to bed early.
Yeah, it's like 8:30.
The new Matlock's one. He had frosted tips back in the day? What?
So,
Using Glee Club?
generally, what is the plan? Because there was like the plan one of follow him, but not take him to an apartment and lock him for 2 days. We're now in his apartment / outside of it. So, what's the general plan of what we're going to do next?
We want to learn about him so that we can figure out how to get an in with him. 'Cause he's not
Well,
gonna be
that's what
able-
Bogey wants to do. I just want to like figure out where's next, who he reports to. I think your in idea is going to take way too long.
So
Are we on a tight time frame?
Yeah,
Wait, are we?
I don't know, but
I literally can't remember. I thought we were not.
we got bad shit going on in the world. We don't want it to continue to go on in this world.
Yeah, you're on an unknown time frame. Because yeah, I mean, essentially, you figured out what's happening, which is that relics are being taken out of circulation to be, found to create new scions. Right? Not that it's not happening, but that it's certainly getting reduced by this group, the Lucky. You don't know how quickly they're doing it, how effectively they're doing it. All you know is that they are doing it, and that Hiroko is not actually helping with it. But obviously, he's not the only one, right? Cynthia's group, and you don't know what other groups are out there potentially helping feed the Lucky here in Denver. So you don't know what kind of time frame you're on.
Just saying, it's bad.
But can't we just take a couple days and like learn about them so we can infiltrate the Lucky?
We already took a couple days, and we take a couple days more. That's not going to get us into the Lucky further. That's just going to get us to know this guy.
Well, like if we get to know this guy, then we get to like get into the Lucky.
No, this guy is this guy's a low level guy. Come on, he's dealing with Trish.
Exactly. So he's a go-between. Like this is how we open a door, man.
For once, I'm in favor of being a little more aggressive with this.
What?
I mean, it's worked in the past. These aren't good people.
They aren't.
Well,
So, I mean,
I can stay in here and gather as much information I can overnight while you all sleep, or I can come get you and let you in.
How about just tonight? We give Ambrose tonight to get information.
Ambrose may eat him before the night is over.
I mean, that's the risk you'll have to take if you want me inside.
I don't think that he'll do that.
Who knows what I'll do?
Never know how hungry Ambrose is going to be.
Grizzly seen in an apartment today in downtown Denver.
I mean, who knows?
Have you ever seen the Wizard of Oz scarecrow scene?
Oh, yeah.
Are you checking what you fed last?
No. There's something else. I forgot about this thing.
So we wait tonight, and then in the morning, what?
And we'll know more than we do right now, and we'll know if we have to go in directly or if we know if we can bypass him. If he finds out like what his contacts are, we'll know if we need to interrogate him. We'll know one of three directions to go.
All right.
It's about as good as any plan right now. So
So you're gonna sleep in a car tonight?
I can sleep in the car if you guys want to go back to the hotel.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So Carter's staying. Ambrose is staying. Three of you going back to the hotel to sleep.
I'm gonna set up a tent in the woods.
The woods are a ways out.
Yeah, the woods
We are
of
in the middle of
downtown
Denver.
Denver.
But I didn't know if there was a little median between the road, 4-lane or something. Like,
That's
I'm
what
not
we mean
talking
by
about
woods.
deep woods. I'm talking about I'm not homeless. I have a tent.
Uh-huh.
You just want
Sir, this is a Bass Pro Shop. We need you to leave.
One of the people that I like bestowed something upon today is gonna walk up to Bogey and just like, here, man, here, take my.
There you go. Here's $5. Go get
Here's
yourself some
$5.
food. Not in this area. It'd be a little ways off. Like there's a park, but it's a couple miles away, kind of thing. So are you going to the park a couple miles away and setting up a tent?
That
Or are you
would
going back to the Oxford?
I'll go back to the Oxford, I guess.
All right, sounds good. All right, that's what we'll pick up next time. Ambrose doing a sleuthing investigation after Julian goes to sleep. Carter waiting outside for backup in case, and everybody else getting a decadent night's sleep at the Oxford.
Very nice.
Good. Or some wine.
Right. Well, let's see. Well, I think we'll be back in. I don't know. Our schedule is getting weird. I know not next week for sure. I know that. But we'll be back sometime this month with some more games.
Maybe.
Maybe. So hopefully we'll see you again in January. Happy New Year, everybody. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Good night, everyone.
I guess.
Bye. Man, I